Hey, I've spent about 15 minutes now trying to make a video talking about how there's nothing really worth me talking about that's out in cinemas this month. And I don't want to waste your time listening to me talk about it, and my time talking about it. And it would have been quicker just talking about those films at this point because I've been here for about 15, 20 minutes trying to make this video. And it's not working out. So, I'm going to run this down really quickly, fucking hyper mode, okay? Films out in the cinema that might be worth checking out this month. The new King Arthur, A Legend of King Arthur, starring Charlie Hunnam, directed by Guy Ritchie. The trailer looks like the studio is taking away a lot of stuff from Guy Ritchie, but I'm hoping that more film has that kind of more Guy Ritchie feel to it. And maybe he'll get a chance to go back to doing what he does great, which is make British crime thrillers. So, yeah, that's all I can really say about Legend of King Arthur. Yeah, again, not interested. The other film is Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't think we need more Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I didn't think we needed more Pirates of the Caribbean movies after the second one. I don't really like them. I wasn't huge on the first one. Why are we still making these movies? Please stop making these movies. Johnny Depp gets to be silly for a little bit, but he gets to do that in every role he does. So Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever it's called, it's dumb. The other film coming out this month, which is the only one that I can really recommend, the only one I'm excited for, and it's one of my most excited films of the past couple of years, Alien Covenant. It's Ridley Scott on an Alien movie again, and I know Prometheus has a mixed bag reputation at the best, but that film was kind of dealing with a lot of the whole existential crisis, blah, 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 blah. We're now talking about a film that essentially talks about that it's... This is going to be a film that goes back to the roots of Alien and kind of has... The trailer has a lot of people running around in dark corridors. That's what I love about Alien. I love Alien. And every time I talk about hype for this film, people say, is the xenomorph really still scary? I mean, what can you do more with it? And I think if you go back to that couple of people in a hallway just being attacked by one of these and showing how devastating one of these can be, yes, totally. Alien Isolation, a game that came out a couple of years ago, took that element, took someone running around on an abandoned space station, running for their lives from one of these, and did it so well, and it was probably the best thing in the Alien franchise since Aliens. And probably my favourite thing in the Alien overall media since Alien. To be perfectly honest, I thought it was fantastic. Yeah, so that's it for cinema this month. Really. So I thought I'd spend a couple of minutes talking about some films that are on digital media, Netflix and the like, and talk about that instead, because there are some films that come out over the past few years that I don't hear people talk about, and they're absolutely fantastic. So, some of these are from last year, some are from a couple of years ago. I'm just going to kind of roll with it and see if I can remember all the ones that I wrote down, because my notepad's over there, and I can't bother going to get it. Deal with it. So, number one, Hunt for the Wilder People. Taika Waititi is slowly becoming one of the best directors working today, I think. And I say becoming as if he's not already potentially one of them, but he's finally getting that reputation. Everyone loved the Thor Ragnarok trailer, and that's what he brings to this. And Hunt for the Wilder People, his previous film, is charming as charming can charm. It oozes charm. It stars Sam Neill as kind of a grumpy old man with this inner city kid out in the New Zealand outback, and the adventures that they kind of this chase film following these two as they bond and they go on. And if you don't know, I quite enjoy bonding films. It's just charming. You watch this film and I was grinning the entire time, and I was invested completely in these two characters and everything that happens. Honestly, please go watch this film. If you think Thor Ragnarok looks good, you will like this film. It is absolutely fantastic. Number two. Oh, as a side to that, What We Do in the Shadows. What We Do in the Shadows, which is his previous film to this, which is a vampire sitcom comedy mockumentary, is also absolutely fantastic. Next film, also from last year that I think is underseen, is Nice Guys. This is Shane Black's follow-up to Iron Man 3. Shane Black, who from Iron Man 3 and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. This is a 70s set, and both film set and in tone, buddy comedy, detective story, which stars Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe as these two detectives who get thrown into this mystery that ends up being wider than they think it's going to be, blah, blah, blah. This is, again, it's hilarious, it's charming, and insanely quotable, and some really laugh out loud moments, and I'm really upset more people didn't go see it, because I reckon if you watch it, you will find something that's really, really funny, really, really good. Honestly, go watch this film. It's just, yet again, it's a feel-good movie, essentially. Which is what I'm recommending here. The cinemas are recommending me A Dog's Purpose, which has rumours of dog abuse. Watch Ryan Gosling fall down a hill 5 times, please. Please. Next film, it was on my top 5 of last year, and still no one's come to me and said, hey, Sing Street, that's a great film. So please go and watch Sing Street. It is the cure to sadness. It is pure joy and optimism in an hour and a half, 2 hours. Please go and watch Sing Street. Please go and watch Sing Street. If one of you watches Sing Street and hits me up on Twitter at WHEE_LEIGH and says, hey, I watched Sing Street. How great Sing Street. I would consider myself a success. It was a film from a couple of years ago that I watched the end of last year, finally getting around to it, and I can't believe it took me this long to watch it, and I want to watch it every week for the rest of my life. And that's Whiplash, which is Damien Chazelle, director of La La Land's previous film to La La Land, and kind of deals with a lot of the same themes. It deals with success and what you have to give up in order to achieve success, and it has a very musical tone to it. Apparently Damien Chazelle loves jazz. Who knew? But on his 2 films that are based around jazz. It's similar to La La Land in that way, but in every other regard, it's the complete opposite. This is not the colourful, boppy, dancey musical, but it's a film about the passion and love of music. And it's bleak is one word for it, but also, man, this film's gorgeous, man. Oh my god, the colours in this film are fantastic. It follows Miles Teller as a jazz drummer and his relationship with his teacher, J.K. Simmons. And it's weird because it's a film that only a select audience should relate to, in that it's about jazz drumming. I don't know anything about jazz drumming, but I do know about having people be overbearing and having people expect so much of you and what that does to you. And in that regard, it's such a niche film, but also so widespread. I imagine everyone has had an overbearing teacher or parent or guardian or family member or friend or someone that just pushes them in a way that maybe you shouldn't. And there's also the talk of that, of what J.K. Simmons, is he right? It's tense, and it'll have your whole body clenching, and you'll be on the edge of your seat watching some of these scenes. It was nominated for, I think it was nominated for Best Picture 2014. Please go watch Whiplash. It's one of the best films of the past few years. 110%. A film from this year that came out last month on Netflix that was at this year's Sundance Film Festival, I have spoke highly about on Twitter and on the Twitter Showcase podcast, is I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore. Man, I loved this movie. I love quirky indie comedies. And this is one of those films that starts off as a quirky indie comedy and then over time evolves into people in a situation, well, it's kind of similar to Nice Guys, really. It follows that kind of, oh my god, we're so in out of our depth. The third act takes such a left turn into insanity. It's ridiculous and powerful, and god, it's just good. It's just really, really, really good. Please check out this film. Yeah. Check out I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore. It's great. It's really great. Last film I want to recommend is on the complete opposite spectrum to everything else I've watched or recommended, which is Green Room. This is a film starring Patrick Stewart and the late Anton Yelchin. I think this is his last film before he passed away. But it's a insanely great, tense thriller. Pure, pure, pure. Once this film starts, and it starts quick, it does not let go until the end. And unlike a lot of modern thrillers and horrors, it doesn't rely on gore and jump scares and monsters and scariness to really draw you in and scare you. It just uses the fact that some humans are fucking evil, and the depths at which some humans are willing to go, and it uses that to its advantage, and it uses that. That's what it uses to scare you. And when you really think about it that way, it's terrifying. Watching the film is a 2-hour thrill, yet again on the edge of your seat, and completely different reasons to Whiplash. Honestly. So yeah, that's it for this month. If you're going to go to cinema this month, go see Alien Covenant. Even if it's bad, there is a potential that this could persuade Fox to make Neil Blomkamp's Alien film because the franchise is still alive, and I really want to see Neil Blomkamp's Alien film. Oh my god, yes. Other than that, I'd recommend not spending money on a cinema ticket, instead using that to buy a Netflix subscription for a month and just catch up on all the fantastic films they have on there. I only mentioned a very small number of the films from the most recent years that Netflix have on there that you are worth your time, my time, everyone's time. Next month we'll be back to normal kind of videos with trailers and cut up, and you won't have to see my face. You will back to normal next month. It's the start of summer, so there's lots of films. It's going to be, as opposed to the last 2 months where it's been hard to pick 8, it's going to be hard to squash them down to just 8. That's it for this month. Recommendations: Alien Covenant and everything I mentioned on Netflix. Have a great time. If I've missed anything, hit me up on Twitter. Comments below. As usual, opinions of the films I've mentioned are my own, not representative of Blazing Minds or Karen. Yeah, that's it. Peace. I'm going to go to bike ride. Bye.